Alright, this is Chris. Sorry, here's something in the background. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Alright, last episode we did some tasks on the cruise ship and found out we need to look for a Victor who's gone AWOL. And we talked to the head servant and he wants us to, he said he'll give us the key to their room if we send a message to the kitchen. Alright, but first, let's talk to head busboy. I'm investigating the disappearance of Victor 11. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? I was afraid this might happen. Why do you say that? When I heard he was missing this morning, I got a bad feel. Like I knew something was wrong. Hearing that the captain's ordered an investigation confirms that. He hasn't just missed a shift anymore. He's gone. That's still to be decided. What do you know about his disappearance? What do you want to know? Tell me about Victor 11. How well do you know him? Hardly at all. I bumped into him every once in a while when bussing tables on the sun deck, but that's pretty much it. And probably his life was sunshine and butterflies until he went missing. If you know anything, you're more than welcome to contribute. I'm sorry, but the last guy I told went missing, so I'm a bit reluctant on finding others. Let me guess, you want me to do something for you first, nothing like that. You don't gain somebody's trust by submitting yourself as their errand boy, then how? Prove to me that you don't think I'm crazy. Prove to me that there's a conspiracy going on board and I'll reconsider trusting you. Did Victor 11 want to leave the ship? Not before he knew what was going on board. What would that be? That's what we've been trying to figure out. Did he have any enemies on board? Given the circumstance, don't you think that's likely? He still might come back. Your optimism is touching. Tell me more about the circumstances. When was the last time you saw him? He came back to me during a break and asked if I wanted to be in the cabin. Asked if I would be in my cabin later that evening. He said he found something he wanted to show me. What did he want to show? I don't know. He never turned up. What do you think about the night of his disappearance? I went to bed listening to the radio. Sorry about that. Did you hear or see or hear anything out of the ordinary? As I was drifting off to sleep, I thought I heard voices outside the cabin. I peeked through the porthole to see what the fuss was about, and I saw Victor 11 and the head server Victor 7. They were engaged in another one of their arguments. What about? I don't listen, frankly. They don't like each other, but they had to make the best of a bad situation. How'd you find out he went missing? I thought it was strange that he didn't show up last night. I thought he must have fallen asleep and I missed him knocking. But then when they paged him over to PA system this morning, I got a striking feeling in my stomach like I knew something was wrong. Did you report it? It was a feeling and his sins had already been noted. Tell me more about the bartender. Well, everyone knows he's a rubbish bartender. I don't know how he's done it, but he's somehow managed to avoid demotions for quite some time. Sorry about that. He's crafty. But when he worked below deck, I heard he was suspected of framing a young cadet in order to take credit for his work. Nothing could be proved, so the case was dropped. 2 months later, he was promoted to head of cabin services, but lately his luck seems to be running out. How come? He's failed to deliver a drink order to the captain. Sorry about my voice, something's up today. It's hard to blame that on someone else. I guess he's trying to connect to manipulate. Head sir, between you and me, I consider him too stupid to be a threat. What was their relationship to Victor 11? They didn't get along and were constantly butting heads. What did they argue about? Mainly small day-to-day things. Somebody used the others after Schaefer stepped in the other's bunk which he was on. That type of stuff. Captain's aide, Victor 3. They got wants a command position so badly he's waiting outside the door. What's his relation to Victor? They didn't show Schlitz. The captain is only invested in being friends with people above his station. The captain? With the things that go on board, I'm sure she's the only reason I'm still on this ship. She holds her guiding hand over me. What things would that be? There's something wrong with this place. Can't you feel it? Like what? I've said too much already. That's all. See you later then. Alright, this guy seems like a conspiracy nuts. But we were. This guy seems like a nut. And it's just a conspiracy or something, but we know we can't confirm that for sure. So let's just leave. Let's see if we can talk to the kitchen. Kitchen here. Stop harassing the waits or else you'll regret it. You have been more convincing than that, I'm afraid. Sorry, wrong number. Alright, that didn't work. Talk to bartender. Mind if I ask a few questions? What? No. I'm not a snitch. I'm just kidding. Ask away. Tell me about Victor 11. How well do you know him? Well enough. We weren't bosom buddies or anything like that, but we got along fine. He had occasional turf disputes with a guest from the Sunday caused a problem at the bar and vice versa. Nothing serious. Did he drink a lot? He came here for the occasional shot every now and he had a ship. I never saw him flat out drunk though. He drank on duty. That's a commonplace on board cruise ships. What else is there to do? Go dancing? Stay here long enough and you'll start doing it as well. When the passengers smell it on you, there's a breath mint for that. And most of them are way more sauce than we are anyway. Do you think any other problems I should know about? You mean substance abuse? That's pretty rare among service as they test us, you see. The guy's not an engineer, they're always getting hot on something. Who can blame them? I love that. I think Victor wants to lose you. He fought hard to be promoted to Sun Deck service, competed for top deck position to spheres. Sorry about that. There's no way he'd want to throw all that away. His appearance. When was the last time I saw him? He came to the bar late last night. Stood just about where you're standing now. Had a few drinks and unwind. Did he talk to anyone at the bar? She said hi to some passengers. But aside from that, he was alone. He seemed like he was waiting for someone. Who? No, nobody showed up. Did he drink enough to become impaired in any way? Could he have fallen overboard? That sounds unlikely to me. He walked straight as an arrow when he left. What was that? About 11 or 12. What was there anything that seemed strange about him last night? Not that I recall. He just stood there, drawing on a napkin. What did he draw? Something that might be related to what you're looking for. You can have it, but first there's something you can do for me. What now? Ever since I've been on board, it made me a Bloody Mary, but because of rationing, it's possible to get. What do you want me to do about it? Make me a Bloody Mary, and I'll give you that napkin. Sure. This really means a lot to me. Tell me about the crew, particularly the busboy. The guy's too hungry. The only reason he's allowed up here is due to some mental ailment. The guy's afraid of his own shadow. The doctor thought some fresh air would do him good. When I was fresh on board, he used to confide all those wacko theories to me. As bartender, that comes with a jet. But this guy was talking headache-inducing tinfoil hat stuff. After a while, I just stopped listening. He must have noticed because he stopped talking to me pretty much entirely. These days, he mostly gives himself. Along with ship. But she's looking pretty good to me, eh? They didn't have much contact, but I saw them talking more and more lately. But they seem to get along. I don't know if it was friendship or they seem more like schoolboys sharing a secret stash of porn. What were you talking about? The weather. I never heard them talking about anything else. Head servants? Aside from Eugene, he's pretty unremarkable. What was the relationship with Victor? They shared cabins, and they must have. I never saw them hang out. What do you think that is? Loving that close to someone that has to fail. Captain Zaid. He's just glory up messenger. Pretty non-existent. The Captain Zaid doesn't like much the rest of us. He didn't. Whatever. The captain. She's a living legend, and I'm regularly honored to be a servant. Command. Her service during the Great War is legendary. What was her relationship with Victor 11? He wasn't part of the command crew. I doubt she knew it. Whatever. Back. Stuff we've already heard. Alright, that's all. See you later. Let's see what we need for a Bloody Mary. I remember seeing it in the beginning. Alright, vermouth, gin, tomato juice, hot sauce, lemon juice, Worcester sauce. Let's see what we have. We have vermouth, doesn't have to be French. We have gin. We have lemon. At street drinks, we need hot sauce and Worcester sauce. Oh, and tomato juice. Odds are there's a war chest. Yep, war chest right there. Looks like. Let's ask him. I can't see the tomato juice. That's a tough one. Without it, drink's not really a Bloody Mary now, is it? Can you take a regular tomato and press? I didn't think of that. Where might I find a tomato on? You can ask the other chef. The kitchen might have some to spare. Hot sauce. That's a tricky one. Don't put hot sauce in Bloody Mary. Consumers will send it back complaining it's too mild. There's no subtle for that. Alright. Alright, so far we've learned. So far we know Victor 11 was in cabin 2, and to get the key for it, we need to send a threat to the kitchen staff. And he was also doodling on a piece of napkin, And to do that, we need to make a Bloody Mary. Let's talk to the kitchen to get some of the stuff for a Bloody Mary. Hello, I'm calling from the restaurants. Gee, what now? We received a complaint. Yes, it was too mild. That's easy. Thanks. Alright, that solves the hot sauce problem. Sorry about that, guys. Let's ask him. Let's ask another thing. Oh, kitchen. Do you have some tomatoes down there? Looks like you. Tell you what, we haven't seen tomatoes in weeks. Which I suggest you surrogate. Just something bright and liquid will probably. Thanks, I'll try it. Hello, I'm calling from the restaurant. Gee, what now? We received a complaint. It's too cold. It's easy. It's not a dish down. Thanks. Alright. Open lid. Nothing in there. Let's talk to him. What's Victor 11 an argument? Alright, really? Fun with each other. Good work, apprentice. You've been third class. Alright, with who? I don't know. Supposed to meet someone, try to find out, whatever. Try, sir. Haha. Man, now we're second class. Alright, there we go. Talk to him. And that counter that auto save. I'd like to end this episode. I know I was mostly talking, but next episode, hopefully, we'll send that threat to the waitstaff. We'll send that Bloody Mary to the captain. And then maybe we'll find out where Victor 11 went. Well, thank you for watching. This has been Chris Jellicon Productions. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Once again, sorry for my voice. Something's going on today. And thank you for watching again. Bye.